This is the Toyota Supra. A well-known and well-liked car, some maybe too much. But then something changed. This came out, the MK5 Supra, built in Austria, powered by BMW, and for many, not a real Supra, it was a sellout. But why would Toyota do this? And why did this once loved car fall off so hard? This is the story of how the Supra fell off, or maybe how it was set up to fail from the start. To understand why the MK5 Supra didn't quite live up to expectations, we need to first take a step back to when the Supra actually earned its crown, the MK4. Supra was built to do one thing: make you forget about anything else on the road. Powered by the legendary 2JZ GTE engine, it was the heart and soul of the Supra legend, a straight 6 twin turbocharged engine that made a mockery of cars costing 3 times its price. The Supra became iconic not just because it could go fast, but because it could be made faster. Tuning was what people truly got Supras for. Throw on a bigger turbo, upgrade the ECU, then boom, an easy 1000 horsepower. Maybe a little exaggerated, but you get the point. It wasn't just a car. It was a couple grand and the right build for pure speed. And the best part? It didn't fall apart as soon as you modded it. The 2JZ is known for being capable of handling much more power than it probably should. It was the engine that turned any tuner's dream into reality. Whether you were a street racer, a drifting fan, or someone just looking for numbers on a dyno, this car had it. And it wasn't just about performance. The Supra's design still holds up today as one of the most timeless looks in the car world. For many, the MK4 Supra was the ultimate JDM car. So what happened? Well, after years of silence, rumors started flying. Toyota was bringing back the Supra, and not just a reboot, but a real comeback. Fans were losing their minds. In 2014, Toyota dropped the FT1 concept, and it was insane. Long hood, short rear, wild, futuristic design. It looked like a street-legal Le Mans car. For most people, this was the next Supra, no doubt about it. It wasn't just hype, it was hope. Hope that Toyota was finally stepping back into the ring to take on Nissan's GTR, the Corvette, and maybe even Porsche. But the longer we waited, the more things started to feel off. Rumors started to surface. It's going to be a collab with BMW. It's not going to have a manual. It's not even going to have a 2JZ. And when the camo came off in 2019, it all went downhill. It wasn't bad, but it definitely wasn't what people expected. It was shorter, softer, quieter, and most importantly, it wasn't a pure Toyota. It was some weird combination of a BMW and Supra, and that did not sit well with fans. The hype was so massive, it became impossible to meet. And to be honest, it's not a bad car, just the Supra name carried too much legacy, and what came out, while technically impressive, felt like it didn't belong to the same bloodline. So, was the MK5 actually a bad car? Not at all. In fact, on paper, it's really good. Fast, nimble, well balanced, and packed with modern tech. But that's the problem. It was built to look good on paper, not to live up to the name. And that's where things started to fall apart. One of the most common dislikes is the BMW connection. Underneath, the MK5 is built on the same platform as the BMW Z4. Same engine, same transmission, same electronics. In fact, when you sit inside, it feels more BMW than Toyota. That shared DNA made it hard for people to buy into the MK5 as a true successor. It wasn't just badge engineering, it was like Toyota outsourced the soul of their most legendary sports car. And speaking of engines, no 2JZ, the B58 inline 6 is solid, sure, but the 2JZ was a perfect engine to tune. But the B58? Tunable? Yes, but not nearly as mod-friendly, and you're basically hacking BMW software to get there. Oh, and for a while, no manual. A Supra with no manual? That felt like sacrilege. They added it later, but the damage was already done. It felt like Toyota was backpedaling. Even today, the Mark V shows up to meets and gets the side-eye. So here's the real question. Can the Supra still make a comeback in the eyes of the car community? Or has the legend already peaked? To be fair, Toyota's been listening. They added a manual transmission, finally, and the car's been getting subtle improvements year by year. Better handling, sharper steering, even more special additions. It's not like Toyota gave up. If anything, they're trying to prove they still care. They're just doing it in a modern corporate way, with safety regulations, joint ventures, and a spreadsheet full of compromises. And honestly, some people are starting to come around. The Mark V may not be the purest dream, but it's carving out its own niche. Tuners are unlocking its potential. Aftermarket support is growing fast, and Toyota is doing their best to keep the Supra going. Maybe it's unfair to compare them. Maybe the Mark V was never meant to be a sequel, but a soft reboot for a new generation. Or maybe Toyota really did just fall off. Either way, one thing's for sure. This story isn't over. The Supra's legacy is still being written. The only question now is, will the Supra push forward or fade into irrelevance? Drop a comment. Do you think Toyota redeemed the Supra name? Or was the Mark V a letdown? Make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.